$15,000 and how I almost lost every single dollar. Yes, I'm bald now. Relax. Welcome to the channel where we build financial power. I appreciate you being here. My name is Matt, and this is
Partner.
If you are brand new to this show, you don't really get the joke. But yes, I'm bald as of now. That's correct. I shaved it all off. All right. That's what happens when you're trying to save money and you want to go hard in crypto. I'm kidding. I'm just trying to save a few dollars, and I can't see my barber. Okay. It's been a month since I've seen him. I had to cancel. I had to take the doggo to the vet in an emergency. So I was sick of it and shaved it all off. So today, let's talk about drip. Let's talk about a good thing about drip. Yeah, we used a clickbait title. What of it? You've been clicking all the other clickbait titles. I don't care, but it's true. We made a clickable title, not a clickbait title. And if you want to know the difference, clickbait is presenting something that ends up being false. Clickable is just smart marketing. So everything you've ever bought, clickable, baby. We want to talk about drip. And if you don't know what drip is, it's a platform that we're both in on. We're not saying you need to get on it. It could be gone tomorrow. It's dangerous. You shouldn't do it. Who knows what will happen? You may lose your shirt. And Era's in the chat saying copycat Matt, because in his profile pic, you can see that he has no hair as well. Today, we're talking about Drip Fridays. We do this every 10 Eastern, Thursday, Friday. We talk about this wonderful, trippy world of DeFi. Today, the daily deflationary 1% ROI platform we're talking about. And I'm going to talk about how I almost lost $15,000 in drip and that concept around it. Before we dive all the way in, Potter, how you feeling? I've talked enough.
I got to tell you something that happened to me today on a Telegram group.
Do tell.
So, I saw a lot of people venting the same frustrations that we have about please stop with the announcements of announcements. Can you just please release? And so I understood, but that person kind of took it a little bit further, and they were kind of almost saying scam. And I'm like, oh,
okay.
I've quit my job. I was living solely on the economy that Forex created, for a while. And, I put quite a bit in the bank. Right. Mm-hmm. And so the guy was like, oh, well, good for you, but,
right.
I still think he sucks and I don't like him. I got in. He took my money. He's holding my money. I can't. And then other people chimed in with, I hate the guy. He's a crook. He rugged me. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. So, having come in last year and had to go through the, mud with the whole team, all the,
mm-hmm.
I'm completely ignorant. It wasn't I forgot. I was completely ignorant how much people are pissed.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, I'm not going to say anything anymore because I didn't, it was almost like disrespectful because I'm like going, oh, it's great, And then all of a sudden people are like, I'm wrecked. I was like,
yeah, got it.
Oh, that's a thing?
Yeah.
I didn't even think that was possible. So,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if you don't know, Potter's been in this DeFi crypto world for quite some time. Hardcore going at it for a little over a year. I guess I've been in it for around 7 months. But she's more of the technical analysis. She knows the beep boop. Side of it. And I'm over here just trying to figure out some of the basics and learning how to even connect my wallet. So I'm in the learning stages still. I mean, I guess we ultimately are always in the learning stages, but
I want to share one thing. I'm sorry.
No, fire away.
So my friend Val, she said that, you and Matt, you have that perfect blend between you two, Techie, and, he's just trying to understand. And she told me what episode she watched. And I know that it was a heavy load of what I said. Okay. Right. A couple of times you're like, whoa, but you still got it. And I'm like Matt, I said, I hate to break the bad news to you, but like Matt, you've gotten smarter at this. So
Mhm.
things that I'm saying that you think, oh, that's not, go and
Yep.
try to explain what I said to somebody else and watch their eyes go,
Yeah.
you know. So I think that was funny, you
Yeah,
know.
it's interesting the development that comes, and you're sort of like, oh, okay, I know what that means. Yeah, it is. It's good. It's good. And the longer you're in it, the more comfortable you feel. So yeah, yeah. But enough about me. Let's talk about me. Um, I thought about this topic and opportunity costs. And back in December of 2021, Potter and I sort of tied up, started talking about doing this show, and I was like, I'm not sure what I have to offer this show. I could document the process of my learning. So that was the point of this show. But one of the first plays that I got into because of her, uh, and it was not financial advice. It was doing my own research and the whole spiel that you know.
Oh, you definitely did your own research.
Yes. So I got into drip. That was the first one. And I'll be honest with you, that is probably the only one that I have real belief in as of right now. And it could be gone tomorrow. Who knows? I could be wrong. But and a few others, but drip is sort of the baby for but long story short, I started looking at what the opportunity costs are. I looked at, and I've told Potter this many times. I'm like, I'm still in the phase of trying to figure out, is DeFi nothing but crap? Is this whole world crap? And has your success been somewhat of a fluke, somewhat of timing, somewhat of luck? And
Well,
I
I
think,
did say it was God, you know, God helped
and
me, you
so
know.
maybe there is some divine thing that is hooking you up. I don't know. Um, all in all, to say, I am optimistically skeptical. But I've done the math, and had I not gone down this route, had I not been willing to try and to learn, as of right now, if I were to cash out every single day with drip for 365 days, I would make about 15 grand. I haven't taken a dollar from drip, but the point is, back in December, I didn't see that. And I still don't think on the long enough horizon, I don't think I see, the potential of what it is. I'm saying this to you, the listener, the viewer, that in a tough market right now, it's very easy to be down. But I question you and what the opportunity costs of turning and running out of fear may be. And I feel like we talk about this a lot, and we talk about it often because it's extremely pertinent, especially right now, that making decisions out of fear is never a sound plan. And Potter knows there's been some times that I've had now in my DeFi journey, but I've been like, well, and it's a learning curve. It's a learning curve. There's enough FUD out there, and there are enough videos out there saying that everything's going to moon when this happens, and watch out for this platform because it's mooning and pumping. There's enough of that. The reality is, it's a bloody market. It doesn't look good. There's still good things out there, but right now it doesn't look good. It does not look good. And what you won't get from this channel is us being like, it's gonna moon.
Yeah, not gonna
Woo!
happen.
Not gonna happen. We'll bring you the truth. We'll bring you, our experiences and what we've run across. So I guess the point is this, Potter. 6 months in, did you see potential, or did you see opportunity costs if you turn and ran out of fear? Granted, I know our experiences are much different, and I believe your answer is going to be different, but did you see in the very beginning or 6 months in, like, oh crap, this number is possible for me?
Mm-hmm. Yes. At first it was Scott and I, we called it trying to land the SpaceX rocket.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
boy, they took off great. That was
Yeah.
the stake,
Mhm.
but cashing out or pulling back, that was when
Yeah. Can they land it?
so
Yeah.
after we got that, after we saw drip, right, and it was like $3, it was like, we're like, oh wow, we caught one that's not like $20.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the understanding of it was like, so there's only like 10,000 people. No, there wasn't even 10,000 people.
Wow.
And so I would talk to my mama and I'd tell her like, there's 8 billion people on the planet. Only about 6,000 know about drip.
Yeah.
Right. So I did start to see it, and that's why I left my job. Right.
Yeah.
But when I was doing it, it was under different guise because I came in it looking at it strictly financial because I had to understand it from basically scratch.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to understand the way from the analyst, the way it worked with the banking industry,
Mm-hmm.
legal. I wanted to understand all of that and how it ran in parallel, not just the history of, when it was developed.
Yeah.
And so I started looking at it, and I started looking at the analyst last year who was saying, we're going to go into a recession.
Yeah.
By 2022, we're going to be into a recession.
Yeah.
2023, the latest.
Yeah.
So I paid attention, and my inner contrarian. And so I started looking at the numbers, and I started saying, this is legit. The thing that kind of threw it off was, in 2022. But yes, I did see the potential. I just knew that I had to have a certain level coming in a day for me to say I can step away from that. Now, after I've gotten away from corporate, I can tell you, wow, I still need to make, a certain amount, but it's not near where I thought I would have to make. But if this was February, in the last couple of hours, I would have made about $1,400.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. And so the second part of this, and I didn't even bring this up to Potter because I wanted some visceral reactions from it. But if you are not comfortable with it, it's all good. We don't have to do it.
Okay.
There's something else. It wasn't just this money thing. It wasn't this fear thing around crypto that sort of had me maybe walking away. It's towards the beginning, but basically what I want to talk about is like us and how we handled one another and whatnot. Are you cool with that? If not, it's okay.
No,
okay.
I don't care.
Because
you know how we feel. Like if you're not genuine with people, they won't.
I just wanted to make sure because it's.
I appreciate you for that. Thank you.
It's obviously 50% me, but it's 50% you. So, this is absolutely building financial power as well, but it's not necessarily right up the alley with crypto. But I think it's very important to touch on. I've had a few business relationships now. I have my own business, and then I have a job, and then I'm doing the crypto thing and whatnot. But I've tried some partnerships, and so far, not many of them have worked, and they can be quite tough. But I don't believe that partnerships can't work. So back in December, Potter was like, let's start this show. We can talk about crypto. And I saw something in her. I saw who she was, and I was like, there's something here. I think it sounds fun. Let's give it a shot. 2022 was my year of saying yes. And point blank, if it made money, it made sense. For me, it makes sense to go towards money for the correct reasons. Anyway, so the first 3 months, Potter and I were working this thing, and we started the channel. I think we started the channel around January, February. We were formulating ideas and coming up with concepts and made the logo and did this and the screen that you see currently in her equipment and the whole nine. But one thing with a partnership that can make or break you in any relationship is communication. And let me tell you something. In the beginning, Potter and I's communication was absolutely horrible. It was real bad. Yeah. But I'm really glad it was horrible, because now I'm super proud of us because we have the ability to communicate so well. Like so well now. We can pick up on those cues. We understand what our intentions are. The inflection of the voice, we get that. But I think it is because we are so different of people that our communication was very difficult to start understanding. But I say that to say, for the very same concept, I almost walked away from this because of our communication. I couldn't figure out. I was like, is this dude? Does this make sense? Is she full of crap? Like, I could not tell. But what I will tell you, what it all boiled down to was this. I asked myself the question, does she have any ill intent towards me? And I knew absolutely not. So that right there, I was like, okay, this feels correct on that standpoint. I'm not getting screwed over here. The next part was, is this something I'm interested in doing? And the answer was yes. And that's what kept me here. That's what stopped me from walking away out of fear. And I say that to say it can be very scary starting a partnership, a business, a show, whatever you want to call it. But the opportunity cost when you walk away from fear, when you act emotionally, you never know what you're losing. You do not know what you were going to lose. What I can tell you is, let's just say it's 5 years down the road and it's holy crap successful what we're doing and whatnot, successful in our eyes, like you would have never known that unless you walk the path. So I say all that to say, like, I'm super grateful for you, Potter. I'm super grateful for this journey. Seriously, super grateful for this journey. I do believe that it is going to lead to something, but let's say the entire market collapses, we lose electricity and go back to the Stone Ages. The lessons that I've learned along the way about just learning communication and improving things, asking myself, am I making the correct decisions, not based on emotion, has done so much for me from a human being standpoint, business standpoint, and ultimately financial power standpoint. So I implore you, the one listening, I've said it before, but that gives you a little different light, that this relationship wasn't perfect the whole time. Like, it's perfect now, but like we struggled a lot. Like, we struggled a lot. We really did. And I think we've done a great job.
Yeah. People don't know, but if you go back to the first shows, it looks like we're getting along. That wasn't happening before we went live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we'd go, oh, hey, we do get along.
Yeah.
After the show. And then we'd break apart for a little bit, come back and be like, didn't we not communicate well? And then right before the show, it'd be like, yeah, I don't know. And then we said, let's just do the show, see how it goes. And then boom. And then we started realizing it was more and more, understanding the way people talk. But you had the harder understanding, because you had to go, so let me get this right. You want me to I have 0 and you want me to give hundreds, and I'm going to make 15,000. Why are you helping me? Because I just want to help. No. So now he's got to also go, nobody does this. Right. And I know that you found me because, with another influencer, and we've seen some, so are you playing the long game of crazy?
Right.
So you had to figure that out too, right? On top of our communication styles. And I was feeding the perception at times that I was not any level, anything other than a fraud. You know what I mean? Because it was like, nobody does what you're saying you're going to do. Right. And then there was communication with, and you might experience this in a partnership with, when it comes to somebody feeling like they're saying that they're out.
Yeah.
Right. Because he and I were both thinking, are you saying you're out? No, you're saying you're out. No, you're saying you're out. I'm not saying I'm out. That was a big one. And when we both thought, that we were going to go the other way, who's going to participate in the partnership?
Yeah.
So you had a lot more that you had to deal with, I think, than me, because I just had to be patient. And I know that other drip people have commented on this in Telegram groups. When you try to tell somebody about it because you just want to help them, they literally don't believe you.
Yeah.
And so 99% of the people that I offered what I talked to Matt about go, nope. There's even another influencer who I talked to after Matt. I told Matt I was going to talk to him. Yep. This guy was like, no. I'm like,
you're right. Just not
I don't care. I'm not here to make you rich.
Yep.
If you don't want to do it, good.
Yeah. Yep.
Not good, but that's on you.
Yeah.
I respect it.
It's just not believable. Some of the concepts in DeFi as a whole, and then some of the things around drip, and I guess you don't know until you're in it or there. I mean, it's sort of wishful thinking at times, but again, what I am ultimately saying, and I've said it a billion times, what my philosophy is not leading by fear. I do believe there's something here in crypto, and if you have those same thoughts, those same feelings and intentions, then I believe it's going to serve you well. Because if you go into any market with fear, with thinking it's crap, if you go with a no, you're going to get a no. If you go with a yes, you're eventually going to get a yes. You're going to get knocked down a bunch of times, but it's the question of, do you get back up when you get knocked down? That sounds so corny and so rocky, but it is true that it's been true in our relationship. It's been true with DeFi. It's been true with mean, anything you've ever been successful in, you're going to get knocked down. And that's a part of this financial power thing. It really is. It's financial power does not come to people that are just chilling and not working for it unless it was handed to you. But still, you have to put in work. And these uncomfortable times we're talking about, that's exactly where it comes from. I ran my mouth a bunch on this show, and it
was my turn last time. I remember yesterday. I freaking went.
And you
crushed it off.
You crushed it, by the way. And I don't know about you, but I'm not opposed to talking to things that might not be right down the alley of crypto. It might be some of this upstairs thing around the concept of crypto, around the concept of financial power. That may happen in the future. We don't know, but I enjoy these type of talks.
Yeah, me too. And, going back to the communication thing, Scott, the guy who brought me in, he was like, I remember what it was like. I remember what it was like to work with you. It's like, yeah. So on top of being a developer, right, and creative. So, wow, you had a geek. Well, I guess if you're a developer, you're automatically a geek. So, you had a big bridge to come across, but you did it. And because ultimately you did the most crucial thing, you just watched my actions.
That's it.
And so, but yeah, I'm happy you said that. And it's true. We will have shows that, it's about build financial power, not build only crypto financial power, right?
Yep.
This is something that we're comfortable about because we can share it with you and give you proof of, common sense logic. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. Last thing was on the Telegram group, I also expressed, with the back and forth about Forex, that his strategies are not plug and play. They're not a minor, right? If I did not execute on the strategies that I have, I would be seeing a different result. But that's because I'm not going for flashy. I'm spending the Michael Jordan, the Tom Brady, the Wayne Gretzky time to be the best I can be, right? Because this is not about me just, making it lucky. This is about me repeating it over and over again. And as you know, from the plays that we're in, we don't always win, but boy, we're not participating in the world that other people are. So that was really it.
I like it. Well, 10 Eastern, Thursday, Friday, we show up here and we talk about this wonderful world of DeFi. If you're feeling squirrely, slide back by. It's been a lot of fun. I appreciate you. I want to know what you think about this. Potter wants to know what you think about this. We would appreciate it if you hit that like button to let us know if we're good, and hit the dislike button if you think we're crap. We want to know. Drop it in the comments. Seriously, have you dealt with making decisions out of fear for your financial power? Have you? We want to know. Drop it in the comments. And I guess that's it. You got anything?
Oh no, there's no one more.
There's
another fear. There's another fear.
Which
fear of missing out.
FOMO indeed.
Right. So we'll bring that up on another show, but that's a whole other level of fear. And I nearly did it this morning, and I said, no, that's not what I'm supposed to do. So I'm very happy that you actually had this fear talk.
Absolutely. Heck yeah.
Okay, I promise that's it.
No, you're good. It's your show. It's your show too. Drop it in the comments. Have you dealt with that? And I really appreciate the comments here lately. We've been getting a lot of people saying, I really appreciate the show. And we're going to dig back at you and sound conceited like we want more praise, but we really want to know, why do you enjoy the show? So if you see this, I appreciate it. And if you drop something complimentary, I appreciate it. Expound. That way we know what we can improve on, or we can keep touching on. Okay, they like that. Let's keep giving it to them. So we just want to keep bringing value. I've run my mouth long enough. Builders, keep building.
Game on. Okay, I'm getting better at it.